Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about the migration event, which is this one over here called To a New Homeland. This event allows you to transfer your account from your current zone to one of your choosing within the brackets. If you click on the event, you'll see the groups. My account right now is in zone 47, which is in group 1. The rules of the migration event allows me to transfer my accounts anywhere within group 1. I will not be able to transfer accounts into other groups because these zones are much younger, and I believe it will be unfair for the developers to allow players who have much more time in game to transfer into a much newer zone and have a much stronger account compared to other players at earlier stage of development. The groupings are such that we have about 50 zones in each group. So zone group 1 goes from server 2 all the way to server 51. In order to transfer your account, you'll need a number of migration tokens. This is not your advanced teleport, and the number of tokens you need will depend on the level of your queen. So lower level players will be able to transfer out more easily, whereas higher level players will need to spend more tokens in order to move their accounts. Where do you get tokens? If you click on gain more, you can get them from your alliance store. This is my alliance store, and we have some tokens in stock. They cost 250,000 alliance donations for each token. If you don't have them here, then you need to get your R4 or R5 players to stock up on the migration tokens so that you can move either individually or collectively together as an alliance. Back in this screen, you can have a look at the zone. Who is there, who isn't, what are the alliances there, and the language spoken, which is quite important for most players. If you click on migrate, this screen will tell you what is required for you to migrate into that zone. So let's look at this list. The queen must be above level 15. Your March units must be free. Right now I have my March units all gathering for gathering day, so my March units are not free. You cannot be a member of any alliance, so you must leave your current alliance in order to migrate. You're not the Ant King. There are no soldier ants in your pool, and there's a restriction on the level. The cooldown period for each migration is 15 days. What this means is that you can only migrate once within the migration period, because the migration event itself is only 3 days long. Right? The other thing to note is the slots available for migration. Each server starts off with 300 spots for entrance, so you could lose 500 players outwards and gain 300 players inwards, no problem with that. When this text is green, it means that you can still migrate in calmly. Alright, it also tells you how many tokens you need. Number 3 here says if your power is higher than the number 10 ruler on the leaderboard of the destination zone, you'll need approval from the destination zone's ant king to migrate. This means that if you look at the leaderboard and Hill power ranking, alright, I'm currently ranked 7 and rank 10 right now is X at 43 million points. So if a base with 40 million points wanted to migrate into 47, they wouldn't need any permission from the Ant King. But if you have a base with 50 million points, that base would be caught by the filter, and then the Ant King will have the right to accept or reject the migrant. Right. So let's see some other zones that I believe are full. This is server 12. You can see this, there are no spots left. So even if you qualify and have all of the tokens, you will not be able to go there. And then, yep, server 2 is also full. What else was there? 24 was full. And I believe the other one I looked at earlier today. You can see server 36 spots are running short. A lot of players are trying to get in, and the spots are running out. So if you have 36 on your watch list to migrate into, then you'll likely want to hurry up and do your transfer. Let's see some of the others. 38 is also full. 39 has got plenty of spots. 34. Try to find one with a blue indicator. It's either green or completely packed. 12 was done. Let's see what some of the other ones are looking like. Oh yeah, look at this, server 9. Not much spots left. Alright. And there are enough spots. So basically I think it goes from green to blue to yellow to being packed and not allowing any more entrance. So 51, 50. There are enough spots. So 49 also took a good number of entrants. Alright. You can't see how many spots you have on your own zone, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a thing to note. 300 is a very small number in terms of number of bases that can be migrated, especially if you have players with 1 main and then 7 farms. So that player alone, if they migrate their farms along with their main account, will take up like 8 spots out of the 300. And most likely, if you want the player to move, you will need to welcome their farms, unless you are going to supply a new source of farms for that player in your zone. Okay, next thing is where to migrate to and why you will migrate, how to find a zone that you like to migrate into. First thing you look at is the strongest war zone, and hang in there. Look at the results, and in this list, you'll see the zones that are ranked as per their SVS score. So you have the gold group, and then if you look at other war zones here, you have the silver, the bronze, and those that are actually just starting out. The rank of the SVS might matter to certain players, especially if you are keen to be winning and winning more in your zone. Right. Server 2 is right at the top, so it means easy wins every day. No effort needed, and you will get your zone victory rewards. Alright. Another thing that you should do is you should look onto Discord and Facebook and other areas where there's social media and the rulers are talking to each other, and players would be trying to recruit to their alliance and their zone, and hopefully give you an honest review of what's going on within their zone. So if their zone is a constant war zone, they should tell you this is a zone where we have constant conflict. Some players are looking for that type of zone because they enjoy the conflict. There are other zones which are more or less constantly peaceful and don't fight anybody. And those zones will be kind to players who want to grow at their own pace and not have to keep worrying about putting on a peace shield. Having said that, all of these descriptions and this advertising, who's in charge of the zone, what type of zone is it, how well people cooperate, there are so many factors that go into influencing whether the zone stays peaceful or not. Conflict can break out at any moment, any time. So it's probably best to ensure your own peace at all times by simply using a peace shield. So yeah, you can move. Look for a zone that maybe matches where what you think a ideal zone should be. You can move to a place where you may have less language barriers. If you are in a zone where everybody is speaking in a different language or in a different time zone from yourself, then that is quite difficult to play on still. So you might move for that reason. Alright. In terms of war and peace, you may be looking to get away from rogues, to de-escalate conflict. There may be certain players you cannot get along with. But the thing is, there will be conflict inevitably. Almost anywhere you go, there will be people who disagree with you for the sake of disagreeing with you. And then there will be players who are deliberately trouble seeking. So they are like, I want to rogue and I want to play this as a war game, and I want to look for a fat, peaceful zone where nobody knows how to use a shield, and I'll come in and I will take over the zone and wreak havoc. So you can have a zone which was originally peaceful turn into a conflict-ridden zone all of a sudden, and you can have zones that were previously full of conflict, but if a certain group migrates out, the zone might settle down. So it's not always predictable what type of zone you end up in. Play the game the way you want your zone to grow, and just remember, treat others the way you want to be treated. If you attack, be prepared to have others retaliate against you. It is a war game. And then if everybody is busy attacking everybody else, then players are less focused again on getting their SPS and getting their development done, because it's a constant power struggle. Yeah, so figure out your priorities and how you think the game should be played, and if you find a group of like-minded individuals, then go where you want to go. Migration is not permanent, but it comes on quite rarely, so you need to move and then stick with your new zone for at least a couple of months before you get the chance to move again. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to move, need to move, and please have a good journey. If anybody is planning to move into 47, you're all welcome. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.